We left on a Saturday, September 11th, about 5 a.m. in the morning. It was nice out. There was room in the car even for us after we piled almost everything else in. It's a little plastic or rubber moose he bought at a dollar store. We stopped at almost every rest stop. It must have been the coffee. And we were into the Catskill Mountains in New York. We didn't take pictures for quite a while. And this was the first motel we stayed in, the Budget Inn, and we won't forget that one. It was a real experience, but we survived it. The scenery is pretty here. This is the next morning, I guess. This is the first rest stop. Or no, not the first rest stop. A rest stop. We stopped at with a McDonald's and took a potty break and ate. These are some displays or still photos that he had to check his camera out on, I guess. Of course, there was a gift shop, and I had fun in that. I have a diary written on this, but it's too hard for me to keep up with the pictures, so one would have to read that for themselves. These are still photos he was taking pictures of. I wouldn't mind having some of them on my living room wall. I thought there for a minute he was going to run over me. It was kind of a bad day, especially after that night in the motel. There's the first deer we spotted. I think there may have been 2 or 3. Guess we were in Massachusetts there. We were having breakfast in New York. Mom's zucchini bread and bananas. Mom's zucchini was good. Came in handy. And we didn't really take any pictures in between. This now is in Maine, and we're having our supper ready. We packed picnic lunches in the cooler mostly on the way up. I don't believe we had any rain all the way up there. It was a little chilly a couple times, I remember eating at a picnic table, at least the one time, and windy. This is the second motel we stayed in at Brewer, Maine, which is close to Bangor. It was really nice. We tried to drive about 10 hours a day or 500 miles. There's lots and lots of deer crossing signs in Maine. Also quite a few moose and black bear signs. I almost ended up with whiplash on the trip, always trying to really watch for moose all over. I want to see them off in a distance though, not close up. This is the next morning after we left the motel. Those were like marshes. The brown spots where birds and rabbits, squirrels hang out. And see the mist there? Kind of foggy. It's, I believe we might have stopped there and they swiped some of their, probably weeds, but they were pretty. This is like a little, it's a restaurant and some, cabins. We were awful glad to see it because we stopped only for the bathroom, really. You could hardly find any. I talked to a woman in there and I asked about if they had a lot of moose and bear. And she said, yes, they just shot a 450-pound bear, and she hit a cub bear about 20 miles from this restaurant along the road on her way to work the one day. It sounded scary, so we took off. I bought a blueberry and pumpkin homemade muffin there, so it wouldn't look so bad just trying to use the bathroom. It was good. We stopped fairly often so Harold could take scenery pictures. There was not much construction. We were lucky there too. I believe this is a glimpse of the ocean already. I guess we got some farmland scenery here for Dad. We're in New Brunswick, Canada. Harold says this used to be all trees, and they cleared some and made farmland out of it, same as we did here. Down in the valleys, there's like cows, horses, and sheep. Here we're just getting into Nova Scotia. This is where Harold makes a reservation to get on the ferry. He made it for midnight on that Monday night, and we had to be there by about 10:30. So that meant tonight not much sleep, if any. There's a little lighthouse down by the highway. Excuse me. Some people were working in. The last year we went in during the tourist season in June, and they had like men and our women in Scottish uniforms playing bagpipes. It was kind of neat. This is really a tourist information area. They pretty much cater to the tourists during the tourist season, so we sort of missed that when we went in September this year. This is North Sydney already, where you get on the ferry. It's like a terminal where you wait. Looks like the ferry's in. There's the motorcycles and campers and cars and semis and whatever lining up waiting to get on it. Even though this is the second time that I saw this, I still can't believe how they can get all those vehicles and people on. There's like 350 vehicles, cars, campers, or in semis, about 1,300 people. I have no idea who that is. 3 decks for the vehicles, and 7 decks on the ferry in all. We had no sleep since Monday night, and this is Wednesday night. So watch out. There was a gift shop in the terminal. Of course, I had to check out, and then we ate while waiting on the ferry to come in. We're running all over the place taking pictures. I tell him what to do, he does it. I don't know what to do, so I tell him what I think he should do or take pictures of, and he tries to. Just like a woman's supposed to do, you know. Tell them what to do. He's got the moon and some of the surrounding area. You can see the lights across the bay in the background every once in a while. There's the terminal seating area.